Welcome to the second video of the JavaScript execution series. If you have not watched my first video, please watch it. There you will get some introduction about the different components available in the JavaScript engines like V8, JavaScript Core, SpiderMonkey and all of this. So here in this video, I will cover the first step where you will load a file, from your project like React Native or a simple JavaScript program. When you run the command node test.js, then it loads it to the JavaScript engine environment. So what happens at first step, it parses your code. So we will understand this here. Let's start. So suppose this is your file test.js. This is your file in your project and you want to run the command node test.js. So what will be your first step that will happen in the background in the JavaScript engine? So JavaScript engine will load this file to the heap. This is the first step which will happen. So this is how the JavaScript engine, the core engine, loads this file to the heap memory. And it stringify, before it loads to the heap, it stringify your code and keep it as a string format. In the next step, then the parser come in the play. So here you can see the parser does the tokenization of this code. It will split your code in the keywords, in the variables and the operators. So here after the tokenization, it generates a AST, abstract syntax tree, which validates your tokens and then generates a AST. Then here let's understand the parser in the detail. Let's see it here. Let's see types of parsing in JavaScript first. Parsing a code, parsing a data, and HTML parsing. Parsing a data and HTML parsing, these are totally different concepts that are used in projects, but here parsing a code, that is totally related to the JavaScript engine like V8 or SpiderMonkey and any other. So at the first step, when you are loading your code where x equal to 10, the parser parses it and generates. It does two steps. First, lexical analysis, that we call tokenization, and the syntax analysis. In the lexical analysis, your code will be split into the keywords, operators, and variables and identifiers like this. So these are the where x equal to 10 and all of this are your code is split like this. And then what it does the syntax analysis. Syntax analysis of what? So here it should not be, it should be like that. Yeah, this should be like that. So when in the syntax analysis, it creates a tree of these tokens generally. Tree like this. This is the tree which it generates in the background, like you have where x equal to 10. So here the type, declaration and the kind. This is saying it's a variable. So in the declaration, it describe it completely. It tells that it is an identifier, like its name is x, it's an identifier with the ID parameter. And the initialization, it tells it is initializing a raw value 10. It's a value 10 to the type literal generally. That is what it generates in the background, that we call it AST. If you can see, is there is another view for this. We can also display it in this manner. Suppose a program, variable declaration, and x and 10. You are doing the assignment of 10 in the x. So in this way, we can also display it. So this is what happens in the parsing. It generates a AST in the first step. There are other two things like parsing a data. In your JavaScript, you have a data, then you do JSON.stringify for stringify it, then you do JSON.parse at the server side. When you send the data to the network, we send as a string in the format of JSON or XML. So JSON is a lightweight and high performant data format as compared to the XML. XML is heavier than JSON because the number of characters used in the XML is greater than the JSON. So in the JSON, generally we have key value pair. In XML we use tag based structure. So that is what difference is. Let me give you simple example here. Let x equal to name. This is our JSON here actually. Let its name is Ram. Let's say it's Ravi. Yeah. And then let's see the JSON here. JSON simply. In the JSON, what you do? In the JSON, there is a name Ravi. So if you see the number of characters in this here and the number of characters here in that, let's see here 4, 4, 4, 12, and then we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 16. Total length is 16 characters here. And if you see here in the JSON, we have 4, 4, 4, 8, and then we have 2, 10, and 2, 12, and 13. So we have 13 characters here generally. 4, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Yeah, we have 13 characters. So you can see the difference of characters. That's why it is lightweight and high performant. Nowadays, JSON is used widely in all kinds of projects generally. And the XML is our legacy system that was used with the SOAP services generally. Now currently we are using JSON with the RESTful frameworks like Fetch. So hopefully you have understood the parsing in our first step. Yeah, this is it. So in the parsers generally generate AST and it throw the AST to the heap again. So as we can see, this is the AST. So the heap stores your code, it stores your tokens also, it all stores your AST. So we will understand the further in the next video. So you will understand what is the next step which will happen. We will understand the bytecode generation here in the next step. Then finally, after covering all these lecture series, you will come to know each step with the clarity, and we will understand what will be the part of the JavaScript engine and what is not the part of JavaScript engine. This is all for this video. Let's see you in the next video.